Hi everyone, my name is Henry Onovole, your AI strategist, your AI ethics expert, your AI ethic impact assessment assessor, your your responsible AI expert as well, and your AI implementation specialist. Thank you for joining today's section of our daily 30-minute book reading on AI ethics. And today we're looking at conformance assessment. We're looking at conformance assessment. Okay, let's start. Various regulatory framework, guideline, and proposed action exist to ensure compliance with AI ethics principles and enforce penalties for non-compliance. What has become clear from various court cases in the USA, Canada, and Australia is that organization failure to demonstrate adequate plan governance and oversight is driving regulators to seek jail terms for executives who have been lax in preparing the organization for the absolute certainty of cybersecurity breaches and AI challenges. This section provides you with the tools to complete a self-directed conformance assessment. The EU Act emerges as a prominent regulatory framework, laying obligation for high-risk AI systems. This obligation include registration with up-to-date information, conformity, assessment involving quality management and technical documentation, and post-market conformity assessments carried out by providers or notified bodies. The Act also requires high-risk AI systems to have logging capabilities for traceability and monitoring. Non-compliance with this requirement could lead to penalties, though the specific penalty must be detailed in the excerpt. The OECD AI principles and the associated guidance from the Committee on Digital Economy Policy, which is the acronym is CDEP, emphasize the importance of regular reporting on the implementation and confirm relevance of these principles. While not a direct penalty, this reporting mechanism monitors and encourages compliance among OECD member countries. Governments, particularly in Australia, increasingly demand proactive steps from companies to ensure AI safety in high-risk contexts. These steps include testing. We are currently in page 64. Include testing. Let me be sure I'm reading the right page. Include testing, transparency, and accountability obligations. Some jurisdictions opt for voluntary commitment, while others like Canada and the EU are moving towards mandatory requirements for higher risk AI application. The Australian government is considering mandatory safeguard for AI in legitimate high risk setting, potentially through amendment to existing laws or new obligation. Immediate action proposed in Australia include developing a voluntary AI safety standard, exploring options for voluntary labeling and watermarking, and establishing an expert advisory body. Non-regulatory actions are also suggested, such as investing in domestic AI capability, adopting international standards, and leading by example in government use of AI. Now, regulatory guardrails are expected to focus in testing, transparency, and accountability. Testing measures could encompass internal and external testing, sharing best practices, ongoing auditing, cybersecurity, and vulnerability reporting. The Australian government is collaborating with industry to develop an AI safety standard, watermarking mechanism, and expert advisory group to operationalize safe and responsible AI. Ongoing effort across the Australian government aim to clarify and strengthen laws to safeguard citizens in various domains impacted by AI, such as online safety, automated vehicles, intellectual property, privacy, competition, education, and cybersecurity. The IEEE ethically aligned design document suggests that AI system owners register key high-level parameters including intended use, training data/environment, sensors, algorithm, interfaces, outputs, and optimization goals. This registration requirement aligns with other framework, transparency, and accountability principles. In summary, there is a growing global consensus on the need for robust regulatory framework and enforcement mechanism to ensure compliance with AI ethics principles, particularly for high-risk AI systems, while specific penalties for non-compliance are not detailed in the provided excerpt. The overall trend points towards a mix of mandatory requirements, voluntary commitments, and proactive measures to foster responsible AI development and deployment. Government, industry, and international organizations collaborate to establish standard guidelines and oversight mechanisms to mitigate risks and promote trust in AI technologies. Section 1, AI System Overview, and we are currently in page 65. And for those that are currently joining, we are reading a book that is titled AI Governance, Applying AI Policy and Ethics Through Principles and Assessment. And the author is Dr. Darryl Carlton. That is the author of the book. And we are almost rounding up the book. Okay, Section 1, AI System Overview. Summary of the AI system being deployed. Briefly describe the AI system objective and functionality. Provide the AI system provider's name, address, contact details, and their authorized representative. State the AI system trade name and any identifying references for traceability. Describe the intended purpose of the AI system. Specify the AI system current status on the market, in service, not placed on the market or in service or recall. Provide a URL for additional information about the AI system. Provide a general description of the AI system, including how the AI system interacts or can be used to interact with external hardware or software, versions of relevant software or firmware, and any requirements related to version updates, all forms in which the AI system is placed on the market or put into service. D. Description of the hardware on which the AI system is intended to run and whether there is on-premise, cloud, SaaS, or PaaS, naming the provider and locations. For AI systems that are components of products, provide photographs or illustration showing external features, marking, and internal layouts of those products. Instruction in use and where applicable, installation instructions. Okay, I'm in page 66, classification of AI system. The EU Artificial Intelligence Act, the acronym is AIA, aims to regulate AI systems based on their level of risk to individuals' health, safety, or fundamental rights. High-risk AI systems are permitted on the European market but must adhere to mandatory requirements and undergo an independent conformity assessment. The classification of an AI system as high risk is determined by its intended purpose and the specific modalities of its use rather than solely its function. High-risk AI system must comply with legal requirements about data governance, documentation, transparency, human oversight, robustness, accuracy, and security. These requirements align with best practices and international principles to ensure compatibility with AI framework adopted by the EU trade partners. Low-risk AI system and those embedded in product or services are not subject to the exact conformity assessment requirement as high-risk system. However, the harmonization mandate stipulates that embedded AI systems should be held to the same standard as standalone AI system. As such, low-risk and embedded AI systems are strongly encouraged to adopt a voluntary code of conduct based on the conformance assessment process as a best practice. Providers of low-risk AI systems can develop and implement voluntary code of conduct focusing on their internal procedures and the technical characteristics of the system they design and deploy. This voluntary code emphasizes process management, allowing organizations to create their guiding principle, adopt guidelines recommended by the European Artificial Intelligence Board, or adhere to industry-specific standards. By utilizing the conformance assessment process, providers of low-risk AI systems can operationalize their commitment to voluntary code of conduct and enhance their internal quality management system. Prohibited systems, minor manipulation. It is prohibited to use AI that manipulates people's behavior through subconscious technique, especially if it can harm them physically or mentally. Number 2, these are systems that are being prohibited, AI application, and this is actually based on the EU AI Act, and that is what we are currently reading. Exploiting vulnerabilities. AI cannot be used to exploit vulnerable groups like people that are disabled, like the elderly community, in a ways that could harm them. Social scoring by authorities. Public authorities cannot use AI to create social sources based on people's behavior or personality trait, leading to unfair treatment. Number 4, real-time biometric surveillance. The use of AI for real-time identification of individuals in public spaces by law enforcement is generally banned except in specific critical situations like searching for missing children, preventing imminent threat, or catching serious criminals. Exception for law enforcement. Be strictly necessary for severe situations like finding missing person, preventing severe threat, or catching serious criminals. Number 2, consider the nature and severity of the situation, the potential harm, and the impact on people's rights and freedom. Follow strict conditions and safeguards, including limits on when, where, and whom it can be used. High-risk AI system. Biometric identification. AI is used to identify people through their unique physical features in real time or after the fact. Number 2, critical infrastructure management. AI systems that help manage essential services like traffic, water, gas, heating, and electricity to ensure safety. Education and training. AI decide who get into schools or training program and assess student performance. Employment and workforce management. AI is used to hire, promote, or fire employees, assign tasks, and evaluate their performance. Number 5, public services access. AI that determine eligibility for public assurance, evaluate credit scores, or prioritizes emergency response services like firefighting or medical aid. Okay, we are in page 68. I guess this will be the last reading for today. Okay, yep, this should be the last reading for today. Law enforcement. AI is used to assess the risks of someone committing a crime, detect emotional state or deepfake, evaluate evidence reliability, predict crime, and analyze data for crime analytics. Number 7, migration and border control. AI tools for lie detection, assessing risks posed by individuals entering a country, verifying travel documents, and assisting in asylum or visa application. Number 8, justice and democracy. AI systems that support judicial authorities in legal research, interpreting facts and laws, and applying rules to specific cases. Low-risk AI systems do not process personal data and do not generate predictions or outputs that directly or indirectly impact individuals. These systems typically include industrial applications such as those used for predictive maintenance, where the AI system analyzes machine data to forecast potential equipment failure or maintenance need without involving personal information or decision that could affect people's life or fundamental rights. Embedded AI system are AI components integrated into products or services that are already regulated by other EU regulations, such as toys or medical devices, although these embedded AI systems are not directly subjected to the EU Artificial Intelligence Act requirement. They must still comply with the AIA provision due to the Harmonization Directive. This means that the manufacturers or providers of these products or services must ensure that the embedded AI component meets the same standard and requirement as standalone AI system covered by the AIA and comply with the specific regulation applicable to their sector. Yeah, this brings us to the end of today's section on our AI book reading. For those that are joining, we are currently reading a book that is called AI Governance, Applying Policy and Ethics Through Principles and Assessment. And the author of the book is Dr. Darryl J. Carlton. This is the book we're actually reading. And we are reading a section that focuses on conformance assessment. Then what this page actually did was to outline how AI application should be documented for safety purpose or for complying to ethical practices or complying to AI, the EU AI Act. Then one of the guidelines state that when you purchase an AI application, you need to categorize if it is a high-risk AI application, if it is a low-risk AI application. You should also include what is the name of the manufacturer or the provider of the AI technology, what is the location of the manufacturer. You should provide information even about the UL of the manufacturer. I think this is a very good, will I say like a checklist or an assessment tool for proper documentation of your AI technology, which will actually help you in incorporating ethical practices in the management, in the use, in the development, and the deployment of your AI technology. Thank you for joining today's section of our AI book reading. Please, I encourage you, share this profile on all your social media platforms. Share a short clips of some of the daily book reading. Share it on all your social media platforms so that we can have a larger audience. We can have others also joining this 30-minute book reading. If you would like your organization to be a part of this 30-minute book reading on AI challenge, you can also reach out to me. These are also part of the services that we offer to organizations. Maybe organizations that have decided to have some study time regarding artificial intelligence, they will coordinate services like this as well. You can reach out to me, or you send an email to info@brightnessacademy.org. Thank you for joining today's section. Later today, we are going to have our AI ethics teaching series. Yesterday, we were talking about reinforcement learning from human feedback, which is the same thing as RLHF. And yesterday, we looked at how does RLHF works. And we're able to look at some certain points. One is the data collection, where we said the data collected during reinforcement learning from human feedback are categorized into three. We have the human-generated content, then we have the human-generated prompt, and we also have the system-generated prompt, and we also have responses. Where we said the human-generated prompt are actually the questions that is being asked by users to the AI system. Why the system-generated prompt? These are questions asked by an AI system to the user. The AI system here could be the chatbot. Why the responses? The responses are actually the output that are provided by the AI system. And where I gave a very simple use case that if you are asking an AI chatbot, like, what is the weather like in San Francisco? Can you tell me the weather in San Francisco? If it is a good chatbot that has been fine-tuned with human-generated response, the chatbot should go further and ask you, what city, state, or country weather information would you like me to provide to you? And we look at all that. It's very interesting. If you miss it, please go and look at some of the previous live videos. You are going to learn a lot, because this is actually a teaching series. Now we've completed the first book. It's called AI Governance, a primer, and the author is Edward Aiden. We completed that, and I guess that was about 6 different lives to be able to complete that book. And now we're doing a second book that we're almost rounding up. Then if you have missed it, you can go and check it, and you are going to learn a lot. As I said, we offer services like this to organizations who will be interested in incorporating this mindset of engaging probably 30 minutes of book reading or 1 hour of book reading in the organization. These are services that we offer. And for those who are trying to pursue a career in AI, you can also reach out to me. Thank you. You can see all the URL in my bio. If you want to set up a one-on-one call with me, you can see all the URL in the bio. Take care. Do have a great day. Bye.